Good morning, good morning, good morning. Today is the day of the alleged Coinbase IPO. And I'm not going to talk about the IPO too much in the sense that it's not an IPO. It's something other than an IPO. So Coinbase is not having an IPO this morning. And I'm repeating that for the people in the back because some of you may have missed earlier commentary that I made on the topic. But today I thought I would dig into a little bit of what I've been seeing in terms of Bitcoin. My Bitcoin portfolio made me smile this morning. And there's a lot of other interesting things happening in the world of Black finance. So buckle up your seatbelt, get comfortable. We're going to get started on the Black Financial Channel right now. Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Black Financial Channel. That's theblackfinancialchannel.com. My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins. I'm your friendly neighborhood finance professor. Last night, we had a lot of fun. We played on Twitch, and we were talking about stocks last night with the brothers and playing Call of Duty. And they were asking me some questions about what's going on with Bitcoin, as well as the Coinbase IPO. I'm using air quotes because it's not really an IPO. It's actually a direct listing. There is no Coinbase IPO. And I think it's very, very important for me to reiterate to you the significance of that differential and to make sure that you don't fall for the okie doke. Everybody's calling it an IPO, but it's not an IPO. All right. So anyway, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't done it yet. Also, make sure you subscribe to the Black Financial Channel. There's my Twitch channel. If you're into stocks and gaming, we do stocks and gaming. We're kind of creating kind of a Black Gamers League sort of thing going on. And also make sure you subscribe to the Black Financial Channel. That is where we do daily financial commentary from a Black perspective. We're all into Black wealth. That's what we believe. Hashtag B1 is our calling card. Now, with that said, how many of you, first of all, let's start with Bitcoin, though, before we jump into Coinbase. How many of you own Bitcoin? How many of you have invested in crypto on some level? If you've invested in Bitcoin or any other crypto, give me a yes in the chat or a no if you haven't done it yet. If you say no, then that will give me an opportunity to take a moment of silence so I can feel sorry for your bank account because you've been malnourishing your bank account because Bitcoin is off the chain right now. Ethereum's kind of doing some amazing stuff. Bitcoin's gone up about 10% in the past week. It's now hit 64,000. Now, do I think it's too late to invest in Bitcoin? No, I don't. Actually, I think Bitcoin's going to go to 100,000 in the next, 8 to 14 months, assuming that the government doesn't get in the way. But y'all know the government like to cock block on that money. They like to stop your paper chase. And so they'll come in and say something terrible and then make the price go down. But it's really all artificial because most of finance in terms of valuation is psychological, right? And you can make something toxic just by accusing it of something, right? Just like when T.I. and Tiny got accused of whatever they got accused of, the minute they got accused, there were people that didn't want to do business with them anymore because they became toxic. Well, Bitcoin is kind of like a black man. They're like the black man of finance, where when they get accused of being a dirty currency or too volatile or too risky or too terrible, or they might get deregulated, well, guess what? People stop messing with Bitcoin. A lot of people walk away. It becomes toxic to some extent, and that causes plummets in the price. But Bitcoin is resilient, also like the black man. Bitcoin tends to just bounce back. And I'm telling you, Bitcoin is at 64,000 right now. It would not surprise me if in a year from now, we're doing a video about Bitcoin crossing 110, 120,000. I'm not saying that's definitely going to happen. There are no guarantees in investing. Do you understand that? There are no guarantees. So I want to make sure that's 100% clear. Those of you who are new to investing, I need you to understand that there's no financial magical crystal ball you can look at. I have a PhD in it. Yeah, I know my way around finance really, really well, but there is no way to predict what an asset is going to do. Do we understand that? Give me a yes in the chat to confirm that, so that we can have something for the Negro naysayers who will say, oh, well, you predicted this and you were wrong. That means you don't know what you're talking about. No, you don't know what you're talking about because predictions are not possible in the world of investing. So anyway, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button. Let's talk a little bit about this Coinbase IPO. And again, Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP. My God, XRP has gone up 62% in the last week, 287% in the last month. My indication is that this means that XRP is winning their lawsuit, that the market is smelling. They're smelling the currency. They're smelling the money. They're smelling the opportunity that's going to emerge once XRP is free from prison. Once XRP gets out of jail, it's going to be like when Suge Knight went and bailed out Tupac, and they put out one of the best double albums in the history of all music. Right? That's what's going to happen. He's going to pop out. fresh out of jail. XRP will go to the moon, and it's going to make you a ton of money if you've been an investor and if you've held on to it. I never made a recommendation. I don't give investment advice on this channel, but y'all asked me, what are you going to do with your XRP? I said, I'm going to sit right still, because that whole case, that whole lawsuit is a bunch of BS. This is all personal. Somebody's mad. Somebody woke up on the wrong side of the bed that morning and decided to disrupt somebody's money and make an asset toxic. Again, treating XRP like the black man, right? We're going to accuse you of something. And because we make an accusation, people are going to assume you're guilty. And because of that, a lot of exchanges stopped listing XRP, which disrupted the market. It caused it to not have an efficient capital market anymore. So the liquidity was gone. When you take away the liquidity of an asset, then the asset valuation is typically going to drop. What do I mean by taking away the liquidity? I mean, you're basically taking away the ability of an investor to convert that asset to cash. They did that to XRP. That caused the price to plummet. I said, you know what? I'm not going to sell. I'm going to hold on, because I don't think this suit has merit. So there's a reward for holding on, and you're seeing the reward right now. Now, with that said, here are a few things you want to know about the Coinbase IPO. Do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button, share button, subscribe button. Please do that. Please, 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 because we're building black media right here. Also, if you want to see the list of the crypto that I own, you can go to drboycecrypto.com. Just sign up and get on our email list. We'll send you lots of free stuff. You'll learn a lot about investing, and you'll get a chance to, you can literally look at the crypto that I own and my top holdings and all that stuff. And the portfolio has worked. It has made a killing, made a ton of money. Alicia gave me extra kisses this week, and it's actually paying for the new condo we're going to get. So with that said, here's the deal. Coinbase is a beautiful company, right? In the sense that it's making just money like Pablo Escobar type money. Like Coinbase is making money hand over fist. Their CEO is about 38 years old, and he's worth $6.5 billion. And that's on the low end. That's on the low end. At some point in the next decade, he's going to be, I don't have his name in front of me. I'm sure it's around here somewhere. But at some point, he's going to be similar to the founders of Google, who actually who just joined the $100 billion club. So you're going to start David. No, not David Trainer. That's not his name. I got the wrong name. Sorry, wrong white guy. There's another one in here somewhere. But anyway, so Coinbase is a great company. They know how to make money. They jumped into crypto very early. If any of you had jumped into crypto back in, say, 2013, 2012, you would be a multi-millionaire. As I talk with, when our students meet, we meet every week for the Black Stock Market program. I remind them that the number one rule of investing, a big rule of investing anyway, is having what I call OPP. OPP means opportunity, patience, and perspective. The ability to see things that others can't see, to see them in advance, to be able to prepare for the future, and to be able to hold on and sort of live on faith, right? Investing is almost religious in the sense that if you think about it, when you go to church, they tell you to have faith in Jesus, or faith in the pastor, or faith in the Bible, or faith in the word of God, right? Well, the same thing is true in investing. You have to have faith that what you're invested in is going to work out. It requires a ton of patience. It's not going to happen overnight. So the founder of Coinbase, and I should have his name in front of me because I can't keep calling him the random white guy. He started this company back in 2013, back when crypto was hard to trade. He jumped in early. He didn't jump in on the bandwagon. People who follow bandwagons don't usually get rich. The people that get rich are the ones who build the bandwagons, and other people jump on those bandwagons, right? So basically, Coinbase was started back in 2012, 2013. Actually, 2012. Sorry, Brian Armstrong. That's his name. Sorry. So Brian, I'm not going to call you random white guy anymore, but you're probably not even watching this video because this is for intelligent black people. Not that you're not invited, but this is who comes here anyway. But Brian Armstrong, 38 years old. When he started Coinbase, I doubt that he knew that the company would be worth what it's worth now. Right now, based on what they call the reference price of the Coinbase public listing, it's a direct listing, which is not an IPO. It is not an IPO. The company right now is valued by NASDAQ at about $250 a share. That's what they call the reference price. Because the thing about asset valuation is that you never really know exactly what something's worth. Someone has to come along and say, this is a reference. This is kind of what we think it's approximately worth. So you can at least have something to compare it to. Most economics, most financial stuff, most numerical numerical stuff is relative. You always compare it to something, right? You go to the grocery store and they say the bread is $1.25. Well, you might say, oh my God, that's so expensive, because you're comparing it to 99 cents. Or you might say, whoa, bread is on sale, because maybe you're comparing it to $3 a loaf, right? So the same thing is true here. So they're giving the market a reference price. Remember, a lot of this is psychological. My doctorate was in investor psychology, so this is my thing. And the thing about it, though, is that the reference price may have very little to do with what the market price becomes. But based on that reference price, this company is worth about $65 billion. But there are many experts who predict that this is going to become a $100 billion company. If this becomes a $100 billion company, its valuation is going to exceed the New York Stock Exchange, which is absolute insanity, which is just kind of crazy. A lot of experts feel that the $100 billion valuation is ridiculous. But then again, there are some people who think that because Coinbase is in the seminal stage of a growing industry, because they are the original seed planter in something that can become massive, that valuation isn't out of whack. So to some extent, it's not just a matter of faith in terms of believing that what you're investing in is going to work out. It's also a matter of which religion do you pick, right? If I'm Jewish, I believe one thing. If I'm Christian, I believe something else. If I'm Catholic, I might believe this. If I'm Muslim, I believe that. Well, you've got the bulls and the bears. They're like the Christians and the Muslims. So you've got the bulls saying, oh my God, this is the beginning. $100 billion is cheap for this company, because this company is going to be worth, $1 trillion one day, right? But then you've got the bears that are like, oh man, no, man, that's crazy. That's out of whack. That's ridiculous. That's insane. Well, who's right and who's wrong? Nobody knows. Why? Well, because the future is never predictable. If Michael Jordan is in a basketball game, or LeBron James is in a basketball game, and they take a shot from 15, they take a 15-foot jumper, and half the people say, yeah, that shot's going to go in, and half the people say, no, it's not going to go in. Who's right and who's wrong? Well, both of them are right and both of them are wrong, because Michael Jordan has hit a lot of shots, but he's missed a lot of shots, right? So it's not to say that there's nobody on this planet who can predict with complete certainty whether or not every shot that LeBron James or Michael Jordan takes is going to go in. Nobody can do that. You're looking at a distribution where all possibilities are your concurrent reality. So the Bulls and the Bears are both right. Just like the Democrats and Republicans, if you're really smart in this political thing, you can listen to a Democrat and hear the good ideas and hear the bad ideas. You can also listen to a Republican and hear the good ideas and hear the bad ideas. If you're stupid, you're going to think the Republicans have all the good ideas and every Democratic idea is bad, or the Democrats have all the good ideas and the Republicans are all stupid. Though that's what dumb, simple-minded people do. But you're not in that category. You're an intelligent black person. In fact, that's why you're here. Only about 10% of the black community even wants to listen to me. The other 90%, their kids will be listening to me in about 50 years. They'll be watching old videos of the stuff that their parents missed out on in the year 2070. So the point I'm making here is this. If you ask me what's going to happen with Coinbase, nobody freaking knows. Nobody knows, man. You just have facts and information that allow you to make assessments and to decide what, based on your particular financial faith, what you think is going to occur, right? I tend to be somewhat bullish on Coinbase because I think it's a great company, but a great company does not make it into a great investment. I believe that Coinbase could go really well, but if the government steps in and starts cock blocking on that money like they always do, then Coinbase could go south. Coinbase could sink just like Bitcoin could sink. Is Bitcoin on a bubble? I don't think it is. All the indicators, all the fundamentals say Bitcoin is going to shoot up. Bitcoin is a currency that, unlike your fiat currency, has a limited supply. Only a certain number of Bitcoins are ever going to be made, which means that there is a restriction on the availability of that asset. So it's kind of like real estate in Manhattan. There's only so much square footage available for sale in Manhattan. So the prices of real estate in Manhattan are probably going to keep on going up, right? So here's the deal. A few things about Coinbase. Actually, before I move on, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button. Please do that. Also, the blackstockmarketprogram.com. We meet every Tuesday at 11 a.m. Eastern. People send me questions. I answer every single question every single student submits. Also, you have access to a lot of really great stuff in curriculum going back years and all kinds of stuff. So feel free to join. You can do the first month free. You can do a 30-day trial, see if you like it. If you love it, which you will, then you're probably going to stay. And that's the class I teach in the Black Business School. All right. So Coinbase right now, a couple key facts about Coinbase. One, their revenue went up by 847% to $1.8 billion this quarter, which is absolutely ridiculous. They have 56 million users. I am one of them. Coinbase's IPO is one indicator that crypto is becoming more mainstream, which is getting people excited about that. Their ticker symbol is COIN, COIN. So if you want to look up Coinbase and see how it's doing, or decide if you want to buy, you can look up the ticker symbol coin. Now, am I going to buy a Coinbase? That's a big question that everybody's asking. Oh, by the way, in case you want to know, I just got a news alert that Bernie Madoff just died. Remember the guy who ran the biggest, Ponzi scheme, one of the biggest ever. Yeah, I think he died in prison. Did he die in prison, or maybe they let him out? I don't know. I got to go read more about it. But yeah, that we'll talk about that later. But yeah, it's coin, and I'm going to see if it's trading now. I don't think it's trading as of the time of this recording, but let me double check. Let me check, see if it's trading right now. I'm not, the reference price is listed as 250. It's not trading yet. I'm probably not going to buy it unless it's a below 300. If I do buy it at even above 300, it will only be because I want to sell the options. It will not be because I think that the price is going to go up. Because what happens is that in investing, you have the sharks and the fish. And basically what happens is that the people that are the sharks, the people that know what's going on, they can see when the fish are getting really excited. And what happens is that the fish, meaning uninformed investors, they don't understand what the company is actually really worth. They just want to own it. They just want to be on the bandwagon. They want to have a piece of that. And that's a very dangerous place to be, because what's going to happen is that in a direct listing, which is different from an IPO. So when somebody says something about the Coinbase IPO, let them know there is no IPO. It's a direct listing. A direct listing differs from an IPO in at least one key area. There are several key areas. There are several areas, but one key area that you want to pay attention to is that there is no lockup period. There is no forcing the original investors to ride in the same boat with you. They can jump out the boat. They can sell you the boat and then jump off and go get on a life raft. They can sell you the boat as it's sinking, right? A lockup period is designed to force the original owners to stay invested in the company, so that if the company sinks, they're going to sink with you. And that's important because that incentivizes them to fulfill their fiduciary responsibility to make sure that you're going to be economically safe. But if they can jump ship, like if they can just say, oh man, people are crazy, they're bidding the hell out of this stock, the price has gone through the roof, I'm dumping all my shares. Well, that's what you're supposed to do. That's one of the most important rules of making money. I did an event with David Banner one time out in St. Louis, and it was a real cool event. They had like a club. They took a nightclub and they made it into, they had financial literacy night. I think Dr. Claude Anderson was there too. And in this club, so David and I are sitting there, and everybody was all dressed up, just like at the club. They had the DJ and the bar and the maitre d' and the bouncers and all that stuff, right? I don't go to a club. I'm not a club guy, but I was that day because they invited me and they paid me to speak, so I was happy to speak for them. And I whispered over to David. I said, it's really interesting that everybody makes this money-making thing really complicated. And I said, about 80% of making money comes down to buy low, sell high. Just sell something for more than what you bought it for and keep doing that, rinse and repeat over and over again, and you win. Just buy low, sell high. And we kind of laughed about it. And that's kind of true, right? So if you're an investor in Coinbase, if you're one of the original investors who got in early, who dropped your money down in the beginning, God bless Nas. I think his Queensbridge Partners company was investing here. A lot of rappers are starting to figure out that rapping is one of the worst ways of making money. And what you're going to figure out is that working is one of the worst ways of making money, that working in labor and all that stuff you've been taught since slavery, that makes you a servant to capitalism as opposed to a beneficiary of it. But you'll figure it out. And if you don't figure it out, your kids will. But Nas and all the other people that invested in Coinbase early, they're going to be watching to see what the market does. And what they're doing, what I'd be doing if I was an insider, one of the early investors in Coinbase who bought their shares for like, $20 or whatever, is I would be sitting there, I'd say, okay, let's see what people do. Right now, the frenzy is insane. Right now, the PR is off the hook. Bitcoin is through the roof. Everybody's excited about crypto. How sick, how drunk, how financially drunk is the public going to be when we put this sucker out there? Because when somebody's drunk, you can get all of their money. There was a billionaire one time, or multi-millionaire anyway, who went to a casino. And here's the thing, the secret about casinos, they serve you liquor because they know that when you're drunk, you're going to let go of all that paper. They want you, they want your glass full the whole time. For the same reason that a guy does that when he's trying to get some booty, right? So basically, they want you financially. So with this casino, so this millionaire goes to the casino, and they keep giving him liquor. He keeps asking for drinks. They keep giving him more and more drinks, and he's drunk because he's high rolling. He's betting 100,000 a hand, 50,000 a hand, whatever, and he's losing. He loses. He's down $1 million, 1.5 million, 2 million. Well, when you're drunk, you're irrational, so you're not gonna really think through your decision making, right? A lot of people make bad decisions while they're drunk. That's why I don't drink. I got too many alcoholics in my family. I've seen guys go to prison over things they did while they were drunk. So this guy ends up losing like $30 million, and his whole net worth was like maybe $35 million. So he goes back and he tries to sue the casino to say, you knew I was drunk and you were taking my money. So it was your responsibility to make sure that I stopped drinking so I didn't keep losing money. I don't think he won that lawsuit, right? And so basically right now with the stock market, they know that you are financially drunk when it comes to crypto, that you are caught up in the frenzy, that a lot of people, they think they're investors, but they're not investors. They're actually gamblers, right? They don't know the difference between gambling and investing because they think, oh, I can invest. I saw a 3-minute video yesterday and I made $10. So now I'm an expert, right? Now I'm going to go teach other people how to invest because I watched the 3-minute video and I made $20 or whatever in the stock market. But the reality is that there are sharks that are taking advantage of all the people that are caught up in the investing frenzy. They are watching what you do so they can get your money. They are being calculated while you are being irrational. They are like the nightclub owner. The nightclub owner is the guy who will go out and keep everybody's glass full. And hey, you're having fun. Hey, drink another bottle for everybody at the table, right? He wants the party to keep going, but he doesn't drink anything. He goes back in the back and he's counting his money. He's watching your behavior, hoping that you'll keep buying bottles of Cristal and dumping money on the club so that he can get paid the next day. Like Ice Cube used to say in Dope Man, you don't get high on your own supply. So basically, these people are slinging shares. They're slinging the shares to the market, and they're trying to see how high you want to get. And however high you want to go, they will always make sure the supply matches how high you want to go. But they're not going to get high on their own supply. They know this company isn't worth more than maybe $300, $350 a share. When that stock price starts to go up to $400, $450, $500, $600, they're going to start dumping shares on the market. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to be in there. I'm going to buy the shares and I'm going to start selling options to all the people that are caught up in the frenzy, that want to have a piece of this action, that really think that it's Coinbase to the moon. I don't believe Coinbase is going to the moon because I know that there's a difference between a good company and a good investment. Coinbase is a good company. We don't know yet if it's going to be a good investment. I don't think it will be, to be honest with you, but that's what it is. That's my 2 cents. I'm not talking anymore because I'm done. All right. So do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button. If you want to learn more about investing, if you haven't done it yet, or if you want to learn more about maybe, I don't know, selling stock options, that's one of the things that I do. I have a whole masterclass I put together. It was really, really good. The students loved it. And you can go check it out right now if you want to. It's stockoptionsmasterclass.com. Selling stock options is a great way to make money. I hope you'll look into it because I think it'll work for you. So anyway, I'm out of here. Hit the thumbs up button on your way out. And I hope you guys have a great day. And I will see you soon. Talk to you later. Peace.